When it comes to a cyber attack, that's something we never thought would happen to us. We didn't feel like we were a target, at least I didn't.
You're just caught up in your day-to-day activities. You don't realize that overnight you can lose all your data for years, just gone. What you learn through this is this hits every level, which is all of our employees. It takes training them as well, what to look for. It's not just your IT department. It goes through your people. It involves everybody. Vermeer Southeast is a heavy equipment dealer, small line equipment dealer. We have 11 dealerships in 3 states and the Caribbean.
At the time I was the executive chairman. That year was the year that I had handed off the CEO duties to my successor.
I was the current CEO in place, and it happened over a weekend. We came in on Monday to do normal business and realized that, we couldn't access anything.
What they told me was there was a security breach, that some hackers had gotten into our system, and we were trying to figure out what all information had they gotten access to. There was all kinds of questions running around, and we were just trying to figure it all out.
I think we were trying to figure out, how deep is this? What's going on? And then we found out it was the Hive group that had hit several people nationwide and had our data, and all of our data, customer data and our data, and were holding it as hostage for money.
When something like that happens, you go, why? Lord, we're trying to run this business in a way that would glorify you. Why would you allow something like this to happen? But that's not the right question. The right question is, Lord, this has happened. What do you want me to do to move forward?
At the time, we had an incident response plan, which was good. Even though we lost the data and our backups, we still had a response plan in place if something like this happened, that we knew what to do next. We knew who to call.
We were able to pull that incident response plan out when we actually had been hit, because we had planned for, if we are, what do we do? And that meant to bring in professionals, and we knew who to call, and we called them, and they all came together quickly to start assessing what was going on and then put a plan in place to take care of it.
A lot of your role is going to be the communication piece and keeping calm and being calm and helping your employees stay calm through it.
We hired negotiators that actually reached out to and negotiated the whole time with the perpetrators. We wanted them to think that we were willing to pay them something, though we were never going to pay them a dime.
We were a week away from two-factor authentication, and we were also in the process of transitioning all our on-premise servers to cloud servers. Both of those things would have made a huge impact.
We were prepared, yet we could have been more prepared.
And I think one thing that was interesting, what we learned through this process, is they had been in our system for weeks. Came through a phishing email. So you really have to learn how to look at all the details before you click on an attachment and open it. I think it's our responsibilities as CEOs that we prepare our employees to look out for things, like this, that can come in and just disrupt your whole business.
So my best advice would be is don't look at it as, could this happen to me? Look at it as, what am I going to do when this happens to me? If you'll do that, then you'll put your plan in place, you'll have everything lined up, and be prepared for it.
Whenever you go through a storm together, you get closer, you get stronger. But we could point that God was the one leading us through this, our faith, our belief, we're going to be okay. It's definitely made us a better organization.